morning, everybody, and welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you've never been here before. My name is Dani C, or Danny for short, because most people can't pronounce it. I wanted to hop on here to just briefly talk to you guys, have a little one-on-one sit down where we discuss mental health. I've been through a couple things in my life, a lot of things in my life, and by no means am I saying, oh my gosh, my life is awful, I had such a bad upbringing, I have all these issues, poor me, my life sucks. No, by no means. Everybody deals with stuff their own way. Nobody has it worse than the other person because you go through it different ways. Some people deal with stuff better. I talk a lot with my hands, I'm so sorry. Some people handle situations better than others, some don't. Some situations I handle much better, the next day I'll handle the same situation differently. It's just, we're human, we're not perfect, we're not robots, we don't follow the same thing, we don't have the same exact emotion every time, we go through things, you know, and that is okay. That's what I really want to emphasize. It is okay to not be normal, you know? I have been suffering with bipolar disorder for, for a really long time, as long as I can really remember. I wasn't diagnosed until not that long ago, really. And even though I knew that I was gonna be diagnosed as bipolar, I just knew. I had this feeling in me, and I Googled, which you're not supposed to. Hi, kitty. But I Googled, and I knew that I was gonna come out of there and they were gonna tell me I was bipolar. But I didn't realize how much it was actually gonna hit me and affect me until it happened. So let's get into the actual story of how I found out I was bipolar. My whole life, well, when I can remember, I remember asking my mom to take me to the therapist because I think I needed help. Don't know for what, but I just knew I needed help. And when we were younger, my brother went to the therapist a lot, and nothing really came out of it. He was still an unruly child. Nothing was solved. Be nice. Nothing was really solved. Hey! Sorry, the kitty cats were fighting. So my parents, also being Cuban and Hispanic, back then, and in Cuba, you don't really talk that much about mental health. There's just this huge stigma to it, and you just don't talk about it. So my parents were like, no, you don't need to go to the therapist, you're fine. So I turned 18 or 19, I think I was, and I was like, no, I need help. I just know that I need help. I'm not okay. I was crying all the time. My moods were all over the place. I remember when I was younger, I had this one incident, this is one of my manic episodes that sorry, I keep looking all over the place because my mind is all over the place. My brother was having one of his fits. He's older than me, 4 years older than me. He was having one of his moments, teen moments. I think I was 12 or 13 at this time. 13 or 14 maybe at this time. Sorry, kitty cat. And my stepdad was upset, and he said something that I didn't like. So I just completely blacked out. I went in my bedroom and I started slamming everything. I got my bed and I flipped it. I got my mirror and I slammed it on the floor. Anything glass, I slammed it on the floor. It was a disaster. I have never done that in my life. And as soon as I was done, I was sobbing, and I had blood because I was there was glass everywhere. It was very dramatic and uncalled for, honestly, now that I think about it. But I couldn't help it. I had this feeling, kitty. I had this need to do it. And my parents didn't think I needed help. So that moment, right when I snapped back to reality, is what I like to call it, I went outside my bedroom and I called my mom, and I was sobbing, and my brother saw me. And my brother, he doesn't like to see me cry. We may argue and have all our differences, but he does not like to see me cry. My brother does not like to see me cry. I'm his sister, I'm his younger sister. So he snapped back to reality too, and was like, what is everything okay? What's wrong? I'm crying. I don't even know how to explain. And I'm thinking about all the trouble that I'm about to be in for breaking everything in my bedroom. My mom comes in, she opens the door, and she's like, mouth dropped to the floor, shocked, did not know what to say. She's like, why? And I told him, like, I don't know. I don't know. I do not know why. And that's kind of like the story of my life. I have a lot of, I don't know why I do things, don't know why I think certain things. So I say so a lot. I'm sorry. It's hard to say all my thoughts and put them out in a video because they're just racing so fast. Okay. So that happened. They still didn't take me to the therapist. They didn't think anything was going to come out of it. They thought it was fine. They thought I was just going through like the preteen stuff, whatever. I'm college, I go to the therapist. I'm very nervous. I didn't really talk at all on my first visit. I get there and I'm just sitting there. And she's like, okay, you know, what brings you here? Blah, 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 let's talk. And I didn't say anything. I was just like, you know, this is dumb. Like, why am I coming here? Why am I spending this money to come see this person that doesn't know my life, doesn't know who I am? They don't care. Like, why am I wasting my time? So I left and I didn't go back for a while. And then things just started getting worse and worse. I kept getting in really bad relationships because I am a very bad judge of character, apparently. My husband likes to agree with that. And now I'm learning that, yes, I am a pretty bad judge of character. So I just kept going on with life, unmedicated, nothing. And bipolar, it's not fun. I don't really know how to properly describe it for you guys if you don't have it. And when I have one of my like episodes, it's like I'm in this cage in my head and I can't get out of it. I'm trying not to get emotional because just thinking about it stresses me out. So I was like, you know what, screw it, I'll go back to the doctor. I go back to the doctor. And this time I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna go with an open mind. And I go in with an open mind. I start talking to her, she starts asking me questions because they're professionals, they know what they're doing, they know how to get things out of you. They know how to ask you questions that you respond to. Open-ended questions and, you know, conversations and stuff. So I started talking to her. She was this sweet little old lady. This was just talk therapy. I was completely against medication and I told her, listen, I don't want any medication. I really don't want to take medicine for the rest of my life. I was so against it. Did not want it. I kept going to her once a week. I kept going to her and it was great. And she would tell me, she's like, you know, if you wanted to discuss medication, I can always make you an appointment to see the doctor and you can get medicine. And I was like, no, I don't need medicine, I'm fine. But as time kept going on and on, it just kept getting worse and worse. And yes, talk therapy helped, but I couldn't wait to go to my weekly meetings. That weekly meeting, I would come out of there feeling great. I was like, yes, I'm gonna like do better. I'm gonna like work on myself. Throughout the week, I was still unmedicated. And I was just going down and up and down and up and just kept going, riding that freaking roller coaster. I finally decided, I think it was a couple months into going to therapy that I decided, you know what? Let me, and a lot of Googling, a lot of researching medicine and side effects and just what they might put me on and just everything. Good reviews, bad reviews, just, it was a lot to take in at the time. So it took me months. I finally decided, okay, let me go see this doctor and just hear her out. So I made the appointment and I saw the doctor. The doctor comes in and immediately I'm happy because she has a dog with her. Her therapy dog or whatever that she brings to work every day. Why is this not, there we go. She would bring her dogs in and she had a puppy that she just got. They were pugs, I will never forget, because her other one was retiring, so she was training the new puppy, so the puppy had to go every day with her. And immediately I just felt comfortable because if you put a dog or any animal in a situation, I'm immediately comfortable. My higher power are animals. I will go into that some other time, some other story, just not right now. But the animals were there and I already felt comfortable. I was like, okay, this is not too bad. I started talking to her, telling her, you know, I can't sleep at night. I'll have days where I don't sleep for days. because I'm just up and I'm cleaning the house, and I'm doing this and I'm doing that, and I'm like I read like multiple books in a night because I'm just like, my mind is going so fast and I just have to keep myself busy and doing this. At that time, I was very reckless. I was spending all my money on stupid stuff. I was, like I said, getting into really bad relationships. It was awful. And she told me, okay, I want to put you on this medication. I don't want to talk about the medication I'm on because I don't want to give people ideas and, you know, look up certain medications. This is what's going to work for you, because that's not the case. I've been doing this treatment for years now, and it's taken years to find the right medication for me. It's taken multiple trial and errors, cocktails, side effects, blood work, all kinds of stuff to finally find the one medication that works for me. And this medication, I have to do blood work pretty frequently because there can be toxic. It's not lithium, which that I don't want to get to that point. That's my own personal, I don't want to talk about that. But I got put on the medicine and I was starting to feel really good. I started going to the gym a lot. I started biking to work. I started, you know, fixing my hair a little bit better. I just started feeling a little bit better. But at the same time, felt nothing, because my whole life I had these rush of emotions and thoughts and just everything. And once I started this medicine, after like a couple weeks, I had no feelings, nothing. And it wasn't unpleasant, but it was different to other people. They would look at me like, are you okay? I'm like, I'm actually fine. I'm really good. You don't understand how good I am right now. That's just because my normal self is crazy. I'm all over the place. I'm constantly cleaning. I have like OCD and I have to put things back together in certain spots, especially at work. The girls, there's like this running joke or whatever. If the table's messy, they'll just look at me and like, I got it. And like, I just have to put everything back in the spot that it belongs in. So for me to be on this medicine and not have those was just weird. I was calm, which was great. I didn't have those racing thoughts. I was able to sleep at night. I didn't have the nightmares and stuff. But I did notice that as my treatment progressed, I was kind of, you know how they say, excuse me, how it's gonna get ugly before it gets pretty? It was kind of like that. I moved to Mississippi. My husband was in the military and I moved to Mississippi. And that kind of like rocked my world a lot. I was excited to move. I really wanted to get out of Florida. I don't know why, it's beautiful here, but I really wanted to get out of Florida. Wanted to be on my own. I was like, I think 21. Yeah, I think I was 21 when we got married. I just wanted to leave. We moved to Mississippi and it was kind of hard. I had to adjust to the whole military lifestyle. We lived on base for a little bit. I had to adjust to my husband being gone. Like, more than 50% of our relationship, he was gone. The first year that we were married, I think we were physically together like 5 months, maybe 5-6 months, maybe. So I had to adjust. I didn't have my family. And again, like I said, we're Spanish. We're very close-knit. We live close to each other. Like, my mom lives 5 minutes from my grandma. My brother used to live like 2 minutes from my parents. He just moved kind of far, which sucks. I live like down the street from my parents. We're all very close. So me moving to a completely different state, 10, 11 hours driving, was a lot to take in, and I didn't realize how hard it was going to hit me. At first, I was like, this is great. I didn't call my mom, nothing. And I wasn't taking medicine either. I had to stop. I was like, I'm fine. There was multiple times, I can go into that in another video, but there was multiple times where I would just stop taking my medicine. I would take it, stop, take it, stop, because I felt fine. I was like, oh, I'm fine. I don't need this anymore. I just needed it for a little bit, and now I know what to do to continue to be better. That is not the case. When you are bipolar, that is not, like, your mind is going to trick you, and you are going to stop taking your medicine a couple times until you realize, I really need to stop being so stupid and just take my medicine. This video is getting kind of long, so I think I'm going to make it 2 parts. So I'm going to continue this. I'll post it another day for you guys. Thanks so much for watching. Go ahead and comment, like, and subscribe. And if you guys want to follow my social media to just keep up with my life, go ahead and do that. I like interacting with people. So I will see you guys in the next video. Have a great day.